Hello, my name is Freddie. I'm a resident of Cambridge, lived here my whole life, apart from when I was at university in Leeds. I've now graduated. I was studying sports development and marketing. I've done this job every summer for about 4 or 5 years now. Places I'd recommend along the Cam, I would probably say my favourite is anywhere around St John's, particularly the Newcourt building. Amazing building, especially considering the fact it's just student accommodation. It's often quite interesting to have a look around. Being able to do the job, it's quite a skill and it's quite unique to a city like Cambridge. The only other places that you can do it that I know of are Oxford, obviously, and Christchurch in New Zealand, so it's quite unique. So in order to be able to do the job, you have to take a test and pass it. I think generally the company will employ anyone who passes the test, but I definitely feel that being a resident of Cambridge my whole life has been a massive benefit, because I understand the city, the way it works. I have a good knowledge of the university and the individual colleges and sort of what context they work in. Skills I learned, I needed to practice punting, but I did that from as a young child, so that was easy. Apart from that, just understanding the history behind the colleges I think is really, really important, and taking pride in the information that you have and you give to tourism. Okay, so one point of contention in the last couple of years within Cambridge has been the rivalry between different companies, because you have a large company which is Scudamores, which is who I work for, and then you also have people who employ themselves, who own their own boats. Controversy arrives when it comes to things like paying taxes, river tax, fee that people accept. For example, we will have a standard fee that is accepted, whereby a private hire boat may accept a lower fee. And I would strongly recommend anyone who comes to Cambridge to visit this part of the city, because it's a beautiful place, it's very close to the city centre, it's very quiet and tranquil, and yet within the chapel you have this incredible building, an amazing cathedral. Considering the size that Cambridge is, it's a very small city. This building, which took nearly 100 years to build, is an incredible sight and an amazing thing to visit. If people are coming to Cambridge for the first time, generally I would recommend that they go on a river tour first rather than doing it themselves, because they often find that it's very, very difficult, particularly when the river is very busy. It's a lot harder than it looks, so I think it's more productive if you're visiting and you want to go the full length of the river and come all the way back again in good time, that you go on a river tour. Probably the most stupid question that I ever got asked was by an American girl, and she asked me if King's College was a school that only kings were allowed to go to, which is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, one problem that often happens is that when people visit, particularly actually people from China or Korea or Japan primarily, and also people from India and Pakistan and Bangladesh and that sort of area, they're often the people who are very, very sceptical about paying a fee. They're always trying to get a cheaper deal. Maintain it is the council, Cambridge City Council, as far as I'm aware. In terms of the companies who work on the river, people who own their own boats, that sort of thing, their river tax will go on to help keep the river clean and in an acceptable condition. But it's a nominal fee, it's not a huge amount. However, over the years the River Cam's cleanliness has become better over the last couple of years. In the past it was very, very filthy. Nowadays, although it's very dark and it is quite dirty still, I wouldn't swim in it. It is a lot cleaner. One downside to the job, I suppose, is that occasionally if it's quite cold and wet as it is now, then you have to push a tour very late in the evening when you want to go home. It can be quite difficult, to motivate yourself, as people maybe come, from all around the world and they want to be enthused by what's going on, and you have to generate that energy to try and encourage them to be interested. So you can't be seen to be lethargic, because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for a lot of people to come punting. They might never come here again.